I lived up near Green Bay for many years. And when I became distraught or interested, I would just hop in the car and drive up to Green Bay and look at Lambeau Field.
When you're in Green Bay, it's on the news. You see it everywhere. It's part of people's lives in Green Bay. And there's people that drive here and take vacations to see the stadium, and there we're driving by it to go to the store. You can't live in a place the size of Green Bay and have an NFL team. You know how lucky that is?
I've worn a Packers shirt every day for over 24 years. I counted, I got 265 Packers shirts.
People think I'm crazy, which I may be, but to me, everybody's funeral should be what they want.
As you can tell, this house is pretty crazy. My parents decided they wanted to build a deck and make a football field out of it.
I love the Packers more than almost anything I got, and what better way to express that than putting it kind of on my body, which is my portrait to the world.
Stand tall, strong and proud, and always cheer real extra loud for our Green Bay Packers! We're going to go to the Super Bowl. See, Super Bowl.
I tell people that the Green Bay Packers story is more like fiction than reality. And I truly believe that. I mean, the fact that this little town in the year 2010 is still a member of the National Football League, and not only a member, but a very elite member, and here we're still a major part of the National Football League. That's a huge story.
It's kind of a hodgepodge of greatness.
Greatness.
There's a lot to be said about the boys from the Bay, where the bond is strong, not a worn cliche. Lambeau's Lodge will never go away, housing the divine and Titletown, USA. History's made on this ground. Victory, this is where it's found. Heroes and legends forever around. It's the pack hands down, yeah.
I've been a Buffalo Bills fan my whole life, and there's nothing better than coming to a Packers game.
I've been to 53 National Football League stadiums, so I got a pretty good sense of what's good and what's not good. You strut through the parking lots, and it's just a sea of brats, a sea of people tailgating. This is one of my favorite places to come.
It's an experience you will not find in any place, any other NFL stadium. This is Green Bay. We live it, we breathe it, we bleed it, we die it.
Tailgate gear. Check that out. It's a onesie. Matches Daddy's shirt.
I drove all the way up 795 miles. Just sit here and watch the game outside the parking lot. I had a chance to go. I had 3 girls that had 1 extra ticket. And they were trying to sell it for $120, but I figured I'd have more fun outside. Look at this. Where else can you go?
The best damn division with the best damn fans! Go Pack!
I've been coming to Vernon's Bar and Grill since 1993. Typically, the place is a full house. Every other place in Dallas-Fort Worth area is going to be a generic sports bar that might have the Packers on one screen. This place is 99 to 100% Packers.
Growing up in India, we didn't have American football around. We had soccer and basketball mainly, and cricket. The first football game that I ever watched was a Green Bay Packers game. So I fell in love with Favre, and back in the day, about 8-10 years ago, and the magic that was the Green Bay Packers back then.
Come on, Green Bay. You go ahead.
Just let me hear that Lambo cheer to set my spirit free. Scatter my ashes in Lambeau Field. That's where I wanna be.
In '97, when we won our last Super Bowl, I was buying a casket because I wanted everything all planned before I go, so my kids don't have to deal with a lot of things. When we were on our way to the Super Bowl, I had seen an ad in the Packer Pro saying limited edition of the green and gold casket. We signed the papers, and a year after we signed the papers, I paid it off, and they're holding it in Janesville for me.
I think Wendy is the most devoted Packer fan who would like to carry that through in part of the celebration of her life.
I want to be put in probably a Packer sweatshirt or jogging suit. If you're going to be buried in a Packer casket, why not go all the way?
For many people, it is a part of one of the things they love. With Wendy, she sort of takes it to another level.
I'm making my own arrangements. I've got songs that I want played. And if it's during the summer or fall and that, I'd like to have a tailgate party.
This particular cremation urn is something that, even as difficult a time this is for them, when they see this urn, usually it's a light moment at a time where it's a very difficult time for the family.
I've been a Packer fan for as long as I can remember. I call myself a die-hard Packers fan because I have a green and gold casket to prove it. Wherever you go, people ask where you're from. When I say Green Bay, the response is always, home of the Packers.
We started it 13 years ago to really recognize our fans and who they are. We believe we have the best fans in all the league, and they should be recognized.
I saw my first Packer game when I was 11 years old, and that was an exhibition game in 1941, about 2 weeks before Pearl Harbor started.
How long have you been a Packers fan?
How long? Well, I would say practically from the day I learned about the Packers.
I went to a game, looked for tickets to get into the game, and they had no tickets, but the guy said, Al, they want to sell beer, and I did, and I sold beer.
The winner this year, Tom Little, is from Bear Country, but he's a huge Packers fan. And when they were here for the announcement of the winner, it was great because his two sons were here, and they both have names that reflect the history of the Packers.
When we were expecting Vince, we really went through names to try to figure out, what to give him. And I said, Vince, and she kind of liked it because she was thinking Vince, and she looked it up, meant victorious, and that's a pretty solid name. I meant it for Vince Lombardi. She wanted to stick with the Packers theme, and I was really pushing hard for Brett. And she just came to one day and said, Bo. And I said, well, who's Bo? And she said, Lambeau Field, Curly Lambeau. And I'm like, it's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool name. Clay.
Max.
AJ. Donald.
Doug.
Not Donald, Doug.
We believe we have the best fans in all the league, and they should be recognized. And so this really gives all fans the opportunity to nominate and vote for the one fan to represent them for the year. Al was great. He was a beer vendor in Lambeau Field for years and years. I think it was 50 years last year.
It was fun, it was being at the game, but still we were with the people. And not the same people, because you were moving up and down, up and down.
He was a great representative for the fans. He was a coach throughout his life, really gave back to the community, and was a Packers fan true and true. I wasn't here when Dorothy was inducted into the Fan Hall of Fame, but I have heard of Dorothy, and there are very fond memories from our department and the people who worked with her at that time.
I have been a fan. would say, of course, during there were certain times when you had a life that you had other things, but the Packers were always in it, regardless.
If they do go to the Super Bowl, how are you going to celebrate that?
Oh, I'm gonna be one of the happiest guys in the world. I don't know how to describe it really.
It's already over. We've got it. We've got it. With Polamalu and Roethlisberger, you know, on offense and defense, we got it covered. There's no way we can be beat.
If I could address the team, if I can go into the locker room, I'd say, play with as much passion that I have and all these other fans have for you. If you play with just a little bit of that passion, there is absolutely no way you're going to lose a football game.
And I sat with my beads. Please God, let me get that touchdown. Oh my God. And then I'd kiss the cross.
I love every